Hey guys, welcome to RC Talk. And we already have Troy in the house.
Hey everybody.
So you've been a busy guy, building new wings lately.
No, I haven't been building any wings lately.
But that's what you do. But I mean, created any new ones. That's what I meant. But your job or main job is actually creating those and running a CNC machine that actually cuts them.
Yep.
Cool. How busy is the company?
Right now it's kind of slow because everybody's out flying their wings. And nobody's building any.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
saving up for the North American FPV meet.
Okay. And
Uh,
whereabouts is the North America FPV meet?
it's swaps between the States and Canada every year. This year it's in Canada in Quebec.
Oh, in Quebec, Quebec
Yep.
City.
No, somewhere inside of Quebec. I'm not sure
Okay.
exactly where I'm going to be at.
We have Barbara Harbro Basher. Long time. Yeah, I haven't seen you online. Hi, how you doing? And he says my name is Francesco. Well, it is kind, but that's the Italian version of it. The French version is Francois, and the English version is Frank. Frank the Tank. Grant Sarcy's on. James Price is on, and Troy is on.
I have to get
So,
one of your hats.
oh yeah, man, I had this PDF all built out with highlighted of everything I want to talk to, and I left it in my pack sack upstairs. Not good. Not too smart.
And your wife's sleeping, right?
Yeah, I could run up there and get it real quick, but okay. But I think I can wing this and basically wing this. I wing it every night.
You been building anything new today?
No,
No new audio systems in conference rooms or anything
well,
like
the only no new conference system. The only thing I find weird is I drove this afternoon. I've been trying this for the last 3 days. I take a walk and I bring an RC car with me and I take a walk. My problem with this guy, a two-wheel drive slash, and it's the second time, I believe it's the second time that this same one does it to me. It strips the spur gear, but only on a half of it. So it's as if the spur gear is not round, but this is a brand new one I put in there. So I'm either debating that if the shaft is crooked, but I find that very odd that it would be kind of crooked right where it is. So I guess I might not have a choice of actually taking it out and actually checking the shaft to see,
eating two
because
of them?
it's stripped not right away, but pretty close. So because on one side it right now it rolls like no problem. You can barely hear it, but all of a sudden, oh no, it catches. Now these there's no problem here. No problem, it turns, but here it's completely free. It stripped it all out. It's really odd.
Spin it again, really slowly.
It's the first time I actually see that.
Yeah, so I can see the nut. Doesn't look like the nut's wobbling or anything.
No, it doesn't either, because I'm spinning it right now and I'm looking at the shaft on an angle and it doesn't seem to be crooked, but it's a brand new one I just put in there. Anyways, I just started taking this apart just as I was about to start our RC talk, and I said I'll fiddle with it while I'm talking. So
A friend of
now
mine,
let me see. I can't switch, and that is not the one I want. Let me put another screen capture. There we go. We'll put that one up. So on my Facebook page, I actually put, let me play with a couple tabs here, sorry.
That's your son's Ferrari?
Yes, and my unicorn. We went for a walk downtown. It was urban crawl, and I took my unicorn because he wanted to take his Ferrari. Earl RC says, how's my day going? You're doing good. Steve Declar's in the house. A whole bunch of people jumping in.
Tony said he'd see what his internet was like.
Yeah, well, he just texted me, and he just mentioned that he's going to be he's eating and taking a shower before he jumps in. So let's go scroll down to, so this is the guy I was talking to on a couple of minutes. It's Kyle RC. He was live on video a couple minutes ago. He's still there. So I told him to jump in. And if you put J Moser 15 on the checkout of Kyle RC, you'll get 15% off.
Right on.
So J Moser 15. I told him I'd mention that. Okay, here it is. That's not it. Where is my, that's something I want to talk about here. Hey, where the heck is that link I put for Hobbico this morning? I can't find it. That's odd. I know I put it up.
I saw it earlier.
Oh, this is a, okay, it is there. So I was looking and searching for, sorry about the mishap and all this stuff. But let me zoom in a little bit onto here. I saw this store blog from Rogers Hobby Center. Very neat website, a lot of information, and it's kind of I really enjoyed the read. And not a lot of people know what the heck's going on now with the buyout of Hobbico. It's kind of been on the hush-hush side, which is normal. A big company bought a bankruptcy, basically, and now they're restructuring. A couple on a video blog, somebody was talking on a live video on Google, not on Google, sorry, on Facebook. He was saying, what the heck's going on with the industry? Like they bought out, but nothing's happening. There's nothing happening. Come on, I'm an RC enthusiast, and I want things to move. I want things to move. Things take time. Like they have to look at the books. They have to look at what they have. They have to look. They just bought that company out. It's going to take months before they restructure and find out, okay, what went wrong with the company, and then try to fix it. Because if they don't try to fix that company right away, it's been losing money for years. It's going to keep losing money. So they have to stop everything, hold everything, find out what's good, what's bad, put the bad things away, and then keep going with the good. So there's, even with the controller, Futaba and the one I have there, anyways, those are the one that they're going to have to look at and find out, okay, which one are we keeping, or are we going to do a sister company, and then our sister company are actually going to challenge each other and grow. There's a whole bunch of different things, but things take time for restructuring. Just be quiet, and we're going to benefit from it. The guy was saying, well, China, they're coming out with new stuff. Let them come out with new stuff. It's competition. Competition is good for business. A lot of people were saying, well, the price is too high on some companies. So, I mean, packing kit wrong, then having, yes, true. There's one guy that was actually saying on my YouTube video that his kit was missing some parts in the kits, and now he's waiting for some parts. Some shocks were leaking, so and that was on his. I have to find the video and actually show, but yes, it's probably near the end, and there's problem with the company right now. So there's restructuring. Just be quiet. Be patient. I mean, not quiet, but be patient, and they'll get it done. There I am talking, not letting anybody talk.
What kit was it?
Well, let me go and tell you in a sec. Community. Yeah, it was James Town, and he bought a Axial SEX-10-2 Cherokee, and the shocks. He's been waiting for parts. What was missing in there? There's some part tree that didn't come. So there was a part tree. There was a whole part tree that was missing in his kit, and he's been waiting for months now on that. And his shock leaked out of the box. That's what I find weird. But a kit, usually the shocks are not built. So, anyways, he had some problem with the Axial SEX-10-2 that he bought.
Was it the kit or was it the ready to run?
It probably was a ready to run because the shocks are usually not bought. There he is. No, that's James Price that's talking. Jamestown is not on right now. Michael Burgess says people just don't understand how business work and what it means to have such a big buyout. It is a big buyout, and people have to be patient and find out what the heck is going on. But this guy, Rogers Hobby Center, he's actually a hobby, owns a hobby store. So he's been talking to his distributor. But the problem is he's been talking to a sales rep. And if it's like any business, the sales rep only knows stuff related to sales, but not what's going on in the back of the business. But here, what I'll do is I'll copy this into the chat, like that. People can actually go there and read it themselves, because it is a pretty good read. What we know and what we don't know. Basically, it's just be patient. There's nothing much going on right now. So, but what does it mean for Harma? So these are all speculation that he's doing, and will ECX go away? Will Viterra ride off into the sunset? What about Lowe's? Like, there's a lot of questions he's asking, but all those things, like, we have to wait. We have to wait and find out what's going to be happening. Now, those companies have been making some money with some stuff, but yes, getting parts from them is going to take a little bit. So if you guys want to have a good little read, it's not that long, but it's a nice little read. I think, and plus you check out his hobby store and what he's got for news and what he's got for stuff. It's kind of cool. His website is very well laid out. So getting blocks, that's weird. As if my video card is running out of memory. So that's cool. Another one I saw today, so let's talk about that one, is the Cross RC is coming out with a new chassis, a new RC and a new chassis. This is interesting for an 8x8. Now, this is not a solid axle. It's independent suspension on all 8 of them. Pretty cool the way they've actually made this. The motor's right in the center. I'm wondering how much this kit is going to be, but it looks a pretty well made little kit.
And that's 1.8.
I think it is a 1/10 1/10 scale, or maybe it might be a little smaller. I'll have to check out Cross RC's website.
I like their stuff.
Let's see what they say here. And let's blow this up because we are blind. Doop, doop, doop. And just to make sure I don't go away, I'll present me to everybody. There we go. You guys can read that? It's not upside down for you guys?
No. Looks good.
So it's an RC8 chassis. Beamform. That looks kind of cool.
I'd like to see the body they're putting on it.
Well, it looks like they have more pictures.
Like
that this one compared to mine.
Like so a semi-truck up on there. That's nice.
I like the attack here, but that's probably the front. That's one thing I don't like about my Beast 2. It has no attack angle.
That's the back tank.
Yeah, it is the back. Yeah. Front is there. So still, again, that's kind of weird for the attack angle for the front. Yeah, it is the front. The bumper's here.
That trailer attachment's kind of cool, though.
Yes, I saw a little... it actually lines up here. So...
And that's a really good picture of the independent suspension.
Yeah, you can really tell here. But if you just go to their Facebook Cross RC link, it's again pretty good. I'll put it in the comments if some of you want to go view it real quick. So there's a lot of people that are saying it. There's a lot of comment. I haven't read anything on it, so looks like they're 2.2 tires on those.
Oh,
yes.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
But no big rig trailer attachment on that rig.
No, but that's what he says. He says, awesome, can I build a BTR 80, which is that truck? So basically using that chassis, can they do that? You can build a lot of different things. So that's really, really cool. And I like that Cross RC now is coming to US. They are opening a branch, so they are starting to distribute more and more of them. So we're going to see more and more of these things.
And hopefully that'll bring the shipping down.
Yes. Yeah, because the shipping sometimes is painful. So if I go back to the Tank RC,
well, they're really nice kits and they're heavy, so shipping something heavy.
Now, scroll down real quick. My internet is slow because I'm streaming and took my little racer out yesterday. That was fun. Oh, the Hustlers MT are back in stock, so I put some link on there for the small one, for the 4.1 and the 4.45 are back in stock.
Those are nice tires with the ribs on the inside too.
Yeah, they're very well. Yeah, so Vanquish and Pro. Yeah, he was making a stupid ad. Early Design was he has this thing, Skill News Update, and Vanquish, Proline, and Team Associated. What is cool with that is with his stuff is a servo shield. I don't think it's good for me, but Team Associated has come out with a new truck. I don't know if you guys looked at the new truck that he has. And then they have Vanquish has come out with a 1/10 truck.
I
But
like that.
that's retail at $899. But that's like fully equipped, ready to run. Well, not really. You put your own electronics, so that's going to be kind of cool.
Hey, Tony.
We have Tony in the house? No way.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Did you
Let's
wash
see if
your
this will
feet?
work.
So Tony, how was the racing today?
It was just pre-qualifying today, but I just saw a stat. Somebody said that they pre-qualified like 150 some trucks today.
Wow.
128 trucks, 258 six passes because each did, two. Each side you got to qualify on. So I think the average lap time is 18 seconds. They said 18.02.
So do you know what you qualified and which range you're at right now?
I know I had one of them in at 14. I think it was Sticker Bomb. The other ones were more in the 16, 17 range. So, yeah.
What do you got going on in the background there?
Lots of stuff. I got a ton of stuff going on. Back here, I'm making off the shirts, the designs for them, charging batteries, that kind of stuff. So this is cutting out the vinyl. And over here, I got just stuff stacked, the vinyl press, shirts.
Oh, good thing you don't have the wife and kids with you. You won't have room in your Winnebago for them.
I know, right? They're coming tomorrow,
though. Oh, yeah.
I got to find a new place to, I think, put this.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be kosher to have there tomorrow.
No, you're going to have to hide it in your storage compartment underneath the Winnebago.
Well, they're full.
Oh, yeah?
But she's bringing the minivan, so I'll be able to stuff things in the back of that. So it'll be better. But, yeah, I'm now capturing footage and all that good stuff from the day so I can try and edit it. And after the live, of course. But if I could just get it over to the computer and let it transfer, it'd be awesome.
Cool.
So, have you guys been talking? I missed it. Sorry.
Well, you'll have to rewatch the beginning of the video to see what we talked about.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to go through it all over again just for you.
No, that's fine. What was it about the Hobbico and everything?
Yeah, it's just a story I read about Hobbico and the page I saw, and the link is actually on my Facebook page and is in the comments of this video also. So when you relook at it, it will pop up, and you can click on it.
Cool.
But it's a good read. He is speculating on some stuff, but there is some stuff that the sales guy actually told him that what was going to happen. Now, coming from a sales guy, being a sales guy myself for many years, you don't get all the full story from upper management. They only let you know what you need to know.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and then I started talking about Vanquish, the new truck that they're going to have.
So sick looking.
So but it's $899 US. It is expensive, but when you really think about how much money you've put in upgrades on a truck,
we try not to talk about those things. Remember?
Yeah.
Buying that's why you buy it cheap, and then every upgrade is cheap.
Yeah. But buying a ready-to-run kit is $400. So, well, depending on the truck kit. But then you start upgrading. But you do that over kind of 2 years or 3 or whatever. Like, you don't like something, you change it. You don't like something, you change it. Some people have a better budget to upgrade it faster. But you do end up paying at least like that $899. No problem.
But that's not ready to run. So you still have to get a motor.
Yes, you have to put electronics in it.
So you're looking at $1,100.
Oh, yeah. And that's just for a 1/10 truck compared to like $1,100 $1,300 you can get in US. I believe that's probably around the range of that Team Losi, or is that $1,400?
The big one I have, the DBXLE, is $999.
Yeah, so like it's a big.
And that's a beast of a truck right there.
Oh yeah, I know, but just the batteries for it. That's the only thing I don't like about the X-Max. Okay, it runs on 8S. Buy 2 friggin' 8S. Like that's another like
$300.
Yeah.
I did, however, get a good deal on mine back in the day. The batteries, they were running a sale on them, so I think I got 2 of them for $150.
That's good.
Yeah, but then if you want to run for a while, you need 2 sets of those. So that's $300 if you want to. That's where the gas ones, and that, in my opinion, are nice, because you can just come with like a tank of gas, and just keep filling it up and keep running. You got to run 2 4S batteries. You can run for a bit, and then you got to wait for those batteries to charge again.
Yeah.
So I do understand that, especially the racing side.
Yeah, Earl RC says he really wants to get a Granite 4x4. It's a nice truck. It's almost like the Slash. It's a nice, well-built truck for the price. Parts availability too, though, they're not bad. But for hop-ups, it's better on the Traxxas, and everybody's got Traxxas. But he's also saying he loves the Creighton and the Outcast. The Creighton also is a very nice one. Yeah. Which one is it that had the diff, the locking diff in the front, the center, and all that? Which one was that? That wasn't the Creighton. I don't think so.
No, that was the one that got in all the trouble, I thought, with.
Yeah, it's the one that has that weird cage around it. It's
really one of the guys was racing one of them here this weekend. It's so cool looking.
Yeah, it is.
He's got magnets holding his body on, so it just flies off, and then it's like, sweet Batmobile.
Well, it looks nicer without the body on it and just the cage. It just looks sweet.
That's what I say. That's what I said. If I had that truck, dude, I would make sure my body flew off on the first jump and just let it, because they make you have a body for the races,
Yeah.
I do it and just let it fly, man.
Steve Declar says it's the Nero. He thinks it's a Nero.
Nero, that's it. That's it. How come I'm your thumbnail? I came in late, and I look like I'm a sad little puppy.
Who looks like a sad puppy?
Me. I'm looking at the thumbnail right now.
Oh, yeah? I don't know.
You see it?
Oh, poor you. Yeah, it'll probably update.
What's up
if you refresh it, probably. If you refresh it, probably be different.
Just trying to see the comments. So I have terrible internet, so I don't know how it's all going to work. Well, I'm just phone internet, but.
I'm trying to read the comments also.
Tony, did you get my comment from your video earlier?
Which one?
The what I wanted to see.
No.
I want to see you race.
You want to see me race live?
Yeah, I want to see you racing.
All right. I could probably do a live race.
Well, I thought you were going to set up 1 or 2 cameras to cover the race live.
I'm going to have one definitely just running live. Probably this phone, my expensive phone. I'm just going to strap it onto a BKT tire, plug it in, and hope it. T-Mobile's going to hate me, but they're already charging me extra. Like the first month in, they're like, "Oh, you use a lot of data. We're going to charge you an extra $5 for like excessive streaming." So
excessive streaming.
Yeah,
clearly
it was funny.
Show
that first month with them, everything's like unlimited everything. Well, it's not so unlimited, but it is. I'm digging T-Mobile, but it was funny how they're like, man, you know what? We're gonna charge you a little more.
Okay.
But yeah, so I can do that, Troy. I did miss that. I kept like getting asked about if I like Adidas or Nike and weird junk, weird comments.
Yeah.
So I was talking earlier. The first thing I started talking about is I'm actually working on my Slash tonight. And second time I took this out, and the first time I took it out, I stripped the gear.
Ooh.
I stripped my spur gear. Now today,
you did it, or it was just stripped when you opened it up?
no, I stripped it. But the first time I stripped it, it was stripped only on a quarter of the spur gear was stripped.
That sound like the shaft is bent to you, Tony?
No.
So it did it exactly again tonight. I took it out for a spin, and again, only half of it, or not even half of it, a certain spot, like right now, if I can find it, there's a spot that doesn't even touch right here. It doesn't even touch the spur gear. I can turn it and it doesn't touch the spur gear. But then I get to another spot, it's really, really hard. The spur gear are not even damaged.
So it's like misshapen?
Yeah, it seems it's as if it's out of shape.
Do you think it got hot and melted?
I don't know. It's the second time it does it on the same truck. See here, that's all flat, but on the other side, they're perfect. So it's either the shaft of the motor is a little bit bent, but it would be bent everywhere, or it's actually, but when I spin the shaft, it's perfectly straight. I don't see, like I'm spinning it really fast right now, and I see nothing wrong with it. That is so odd.
Probably driver error.
Yeah, right. I don't think so. I don't think so, buddy.
Black box, Tony.
Because if it was this one, that would be, it would spin so fast, if it would strip everything and not just that. So I think I'm going to change my pinion to a different pinion, and I'll change the spur gear again. See what happens. It's really odd. I even put a brand new bearing in the center.
Is the bearing in straight?
Yeah.
It's not kinked at all?
So that was actually very weird.
Tony, you know the Cross RC military truck that looks like a deuce and a half?
Yep.
A friend of mine in Quebec has one. He wanted to. He's doing it up so he makes it look like it's a like a trail repair truck. He's going to do it all up, but he asked me to make him a liner for his box, and this is what I came up with so far. But here's the cool.
Pretty cool.
He's going to have. You see this right here?
Yeah.
You see this
an air hose?
No, that's going to be where the welder line comes out. But check that out.
A welding line. That's cool. I thought it was like an air hose. Yeah, weld line makes sense. That's cool.
And then you can just wind it back in with your finger.
Huh.
Yes, but so what did you put in there? Did you put it's actually a soldering tube? A soldering?
No, it's just a scale accessory to make it look like a welder. The whole thing is spindle that I made.
Why not make it? Why don't you take some real soldering and coil it up in there, like off a coil, just like you get it on this, but you just put that into that truck, and it's actually a functioning item. So when you take it out, you can actually take it a little bit out and use it, and then put it back in when you don't use it.
Yeah. Okay. A, I don't have any money to buy that. B, this is what he wanted, so I built what he wanted.
Cool.
And this is where I made him some tanks too, Tony. So
some tanks.
Yes, different tanks. Tank. They're gonna be painted blue, yellow, and red. So
sweet.
That's cool. So I have like 100 mosquitoes swarming around me. It is thick with mosquitoes out in the country here.
They followed your muddy feet in.
The what?
They followed your muddy feet in.
Yeah. My muddy feet and the only light available. It's so dark out there. And my lights are on. I probably should have turned them off before I went out to cook dinner at 9:10. long day. Time flies by when you're RCing, though.
Oh yeah,
I'm
the
at
day goes by
lunch.
fast.
So how far away is this from where you live?
It's only about 40 minutes. I come down here quite a bit just to check out what's going on. Like they've got the VP Racing truck in there right now.
Oh yeah.
In the shop. Yeah, the
one that was broken up the back wall?
The one that did the front flip, first ever one. That guy. Yeah, it's in their shop right now. One of them, Brian Anderson, was in there. I just heard him firing up a truck at about 9:30 out there, finally getting it running. Had a good rumble to it. They're having some fun out here, I'll tell you what.
I bet. A long time ago, there was a friend I knew down here in Nova Scotia. He told me that some of the Gravedigger engines came from an engine builder here in Nova Scotia, and I thought that was pretty weird. And then I heard about it going into a truck called Gravedigger like a year later. I was thinking, damn, that's very cool.
Yeah. I don't know where they source all that stuff from. It's very possible.
Well, this was a long time ago. This was before I had a driver's license. But I really like that first gen Gravedigger on the front lawn there.
Oh yeah, Gen 1. They said I heard that they got Gen 2 running again. Through the grapevine, I heard that.
Oh yeah.
Because somebody was asking if they were going to get Gen 1 running because Gen 2 was running. But I don't know. They've been asking the Anderson boys online because they've been working out here on stuff. So they've got like Whiplash, or I don't remember, some name that's kind of beach related, or it's a truck that's basically got like seats in it for like a roller coaster or whatever ride, and they'll drive it around out here. And they've got some hills, and they go over a school bus and things like that. But they're expanding the track out there that they're taking it on and making it a longer ride through the woods and all that. And
that's
then
cool.
Somehow through all that posting, they were asking about the other trucks on the property. So I follow them on Instagram mainly. They have a ton of fun. It's just fun to watch, like their kids and everything. Four-wheeling out on the property here. But
was that DJI you were just playing with?
yeah, it's ticking me off today. I had this stupid warning popping up on my phone, and it wouldn't allow me to say yes. It had a yes. I'm taking responsibility if I'm flying it, whatever, in the area that's not, which it's not. There's like maybe a small aircraft or helicopter. It's not a restricted zone, but they want you to say you're going to take responsibility. Anyway, I was fine with taking responsibility because I was only going to stay below the tree line, but it just would not let me accept it.
Does it allow you to? Is that one has the follow you mode, doesn't it?
The what?
The follow you mode.
Yep.
That's cool.
I don't use any of that stuff. It's got to be something big to follow it, like a person. It doesn't like follow my trucks or anything like that. I've tried that. They're too small.
That's what I was hoping it would do.
Yeah, they're too small really to catch it. Maybe fifth scale.
Yeah.
But I mean, a person on a bike it can follow. A Jeep it can follow. I just don't trust it to fly. It only has front sensors on it. So if it's flying sideways or whatever, I don't trust it to not hit something. So I always like to be in control. But
batteries are cooked.
yep, and dinner's done. Dinner's ready.
Yeah.
Well, put them in for another 5 minutes. That'll get them extra crispy.
This is the new Proline tires that came out that has the Hydrax, and they call it Predator compound.
Oh, nice.
The super soft rock tire trailers, and they look very scale, and they're supposed to be very sticky.
I like the look of the tread on it.
Yeah, that would be a tire that I would really like to try. And it looks like they're $30. And it doesn't say if it's for a pair, but usually they are.
Yeah, it's usually 2.
Yeah. They're supposed to be very soft.
You know, I wish they'd just sell them in singles. I mean, if you're going to break it down to pairs, why not just break it down to one tire at a time? And then if you want to get 5, you can get 5 or $15 a tire.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're gonna be paying more for packaging.
Yeah.
But the thread on that is just nice.
Awesome.
Does that have the ribs for the grip for the foam on the inside as well?
I don't know if they have the ribbed, just like the. They look nice. Come on, internet. And the other truck is this guy. From Team Associated.
Oh, that looks scale.
Yep.
They really came out with one?
Yep, Team Associated, yep.
Shoot, weren't people joking with that about Night Customs with the truck he was hinting at?
Night Custom did the
Vanquish,
one
but he kept teasing about it, and people were saying Associated. I jokingly said a low-C scale truck.
But this is the one, it's a smaller scale. This is a 1/12, I think.
That just doesn't make sense.
It is a 1/12 scale. 1/12 scale, ready to run.
Why wouldn't they just compete in the market where there's already other tires and stuff for people to get and make you want to buy it?
But I did see a video of it, and it does look kind of small, but compared to an SCX-10.
Yeah.
That's just disappointing then.
That's kind of what I thought with the Barrage. If you're not going to go like super smaller, why not just match the size where all the parts and accessories already are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which they did, right? Barrage came out with a larger scale. Or am I wrong about that?
I'm not sure.
Maybe they didn't.
They have a video of it. We'll watch a video on a video in my video of that video. It's got light buckets, so that's kind of cool. Seems to have good suspension. It is on 4 links, I think.
Yeah, nice body roll.
Yeah.
I like the look of that one that RC 4-wheel drive did, that smaller Toyota.
Mm-hmm.
That came out yesterday, right?
I wish the box would be a little deeper, but that body looks nice with the
it looks real good flares. Actually. So you were talking about the companies again at the beginning, and what they're doing. What do you guys think's going on with Team Associated?
Well, they were restructuring also for the longest time. I know that they were. Let me find my other little window so I can switch back to my camera. I know that part availability was really bad for a while. Like, it was really hard to get parts for some of the cars.
Yeah.
And I understood that they were trying to restructure also. So they probably did, or they're still coming out with new stuff. Like, that truck is brand new. So part availability is a big stuff, but Team Associated is a U.S. company, unless they're branching out to, pardon me?
They're putting up more stock now. I've seen in different places where stock was coming back available.
Okay, good. But the problem with Team Associated, like I was just saying, it is a American company. All the hardware that they use is actually not metric. Every other company that does RC has metric hardware. They don't. I found that so crazy when I bought my my buggy. I didn't know that, and all of a sudden I had to buy standard tool and not metric tool. And there, oh man, like it was just crazy. But they got to start branching out and buy some Japanese stuff also, just to compete. They don't have a choice.
And to do more than race stuff, because the race scene doesn't seem as profitable right now as some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Because with the shops closing and everything, that means that there's less tracks. So what are people running? They're running what they can get together with buddies. And like this is, you know, just guys getting together. And, you know, here in Virginia, we have in our area, you know, 30 guys that get together maybe on a weekend and do it. Maybe a little more. And then this is just a combination of a bunch of those groups of 30 guys, 50 guys all coming in together.
But it's like a big wave because 10 years ago, monster truck was a big rave. And 12 years ago, a lot of people were running monster truck. They all had gas motor. They all had nitro motor. And like monster truck was the big thing.
Yeah, but not solid axle, just...
Yes.
Yeah, HPI and all them.
Yeah. And then HPI came out with their Wheelie King. So everybody was having fun with that 10 years ago. But then technology evolved and all that. And on-road started because now you could go faster. You could turn faster. Suspension got better. So people started racing with it. But it seems like it's rolling back now to monster truck. I'm seeing more and more people running the monster truck. So
right.
On-road racing is going to come back. It's just a phase.
Well, it's not even just about on-road, but like, I'm just thinking like track stuff in general.
Well, it's leaning around here more towards what people can do right outside their door.
Right.
Yeah.
And that makes the most sense to me because that way it's not limiting your fun to having to drive somewhere to go do something. You know, this you could, you know, get a couple of crates and you can go out and you can crawl over them. You have a couple of rocks in your yard, you can crawl over them.
Yep.
You know,
yep.
You dig some big holes in your backyard and make some piles and you can jump monster trucks all over them. You know, that's what's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That opens it up more for the hobby because then more people just go out and do it.
Yeah, that's what I meant is they don't have a whole lot of basher type things that are just for the average Joe to go and buy. Like I don't ever see their short course trucks on the shelves anymore. The associated ones.
Nope, that's true.
That's what I was wondering. I don't see their buggies on the shelves. I haven't seen much. But until you said that truck, which I was joking, when are they going to get into the scale scene? There's so many, everyone's jumped in there.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing that was kind of just comical. But
Dave
it actually looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Dave from Radio Control Patrol was supposed to be on tonight. He had some announcement. Last I heard, he was going to buy a monitor at the store for tonight. So he had a new monitor he wanted to set up, and since then I haven't heard from him. So hopefully he didn't get into an accident with his car.
Maybe he's trying to talk down the price with the salesman.
Maybe. So hopefully we'll see him here soon. But like you're saying, people like to drive right out the door. And that's what I think too. And people get busy and all that. And that's what a lot of people started asking me a while ago because they notice I have lots of cars and they say, okay, I want to get one for my kid. Which one should I get? So I basically said, well, where is he going to drive? Or what kind of property do you have? Do you live in town? Do you live in the country? He goes, oh, we live in the country. We have a big yard at the back. I go, okay, is the grass cut? He go, why? I go, well, if it's cut all the time, you can run a short course truck, no problem. But if you're running it in long grass, you're better with a monster truck, like a Stampede. So I was going towards Traxxas or something with bigger tires that you can actually use in the grass, and it made sense to them. Or if you live in the city, well, get a street racer because you got pavement everywhere. You can have fun.
Guys, I gotta let you go.
Cool. Well, thanks for jumping in.
I will catch you next Thursday. And Tony, have fun. And
all right, see you, Troy.
get someone to record your races.
Thanks, Troy.
There was a kid that I don't know, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, asked me if he wanted me if I wanted him to film my races. So I just handed him my phone and let him do it. I was just watching some of the footage.
Cool.
Wasn't too bad.
There you go.
As long as he doesn't walk away with your phone, you're all good.
I know. It's an extra phone. So.
All right, man. See you guys.
Okay, thanks, Troy. Cool. Now, what else can I show and talk about what I've seen this week? So
what was the gist of that article you posted?
Well, that's what I was just about to show you since you're back there. So it's this is the blog from Rogers Hobby Center, and it's a critical look at Horizon bought Hobbico. Now what? Like everybody's waiting and like it's now what? What's going on? And this was
everything's back in stock. That's what's what.
Yeah.
So did you get the email? Like everything, Arma, all the stuff that all the stores were saying in stock, in stock, in stock.
Yeah. Well, it's probably because now they're moving all their stuff back, moving the stuff.
Yeah.
Come on. Get it right one of these days. I find it weird I'm getting blocks or chops. So it's a cool article, and I do have the link there, and it's actually on my Facebook page if you want to actually read it. But he's talking that he talked to the sales rep and all that. What does Horizon do with Arma? Like these are all speculation more than anything. There's also the distribution in Arma and Tester, the paint. So K&M Metal, Andromeda, that's another one people are wondering about. I'm not too worried about because they were lower brand. I think they came out to compete against the China ones.
Right.
And these are the stuff they'd like to see. So there's a bunch of stuff in there. Fly Zone, I don't know nothing about. Helimax, Aquacraft, Duratrack. So it's a nice little read.
Yeah, what about ECX?
Yeah, they do talk about that.
Oh, yeah, Arma replacing ECX.
Yeah.
It's possible for the price points, yeah. Oh, that ECX is pretty cool, the amp.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think for the general consumer that doesn't know that it's all owned by one company, that's not in it like we are.
Yeah.
Having the multiple brands with different pricing and all that, even if they're all owned by them, doesn't hurt them as long as they're selling things. So.
Oh, the other thing, I got a message from Jason Tang, which is the distributor for. He was talking about the Hobby Wing brushless motor. I don't know if you guys saw this. I have a bee running around here. He's about to go on my camera. Let me show you that. That's kind of cool. Hopefully we'll see it. Come on, go a little higher. His leg is right at the camera.
A bee?
Yeah, it's a big friggin' bee. It's about that long. It's in the house. I swatted earlier trying to kill it.
You should take one of those swords to it right now.
Here, let me change the camera. There he is.
Yeah. So what I would do is get a baseball bat and swing downward on it. Forget the monitor. You don't need it.
The heck are you doing here there, buddy? Go home. He's making me very nervous. So Hobby Wing has came out with this new brushless system. See if I can get it. Oh, I did get it. It's half dead. Please stand by. Is he dead? Is he dead? Well, he's squished. So there's field oriental control on these. I don't know why the plugin is not working on this, but let me finish. So when you're actually going up a hill, the motor is supposed to be change. It's supposed to do some intelligent torque, output speed, close-up control for easy control. So this is basically the motor and how it is inside. It's really a new design. It's staggered pole. It's supposed to be a 4-pole. It's fully waterproof. It is the ESC. They do have, here's the sensor port, and that's how they waterproof everything. It's a new cable for the sensor port. So that's a really neat motor in what they're going to have. So there's a sensor board, and it's all supposed to be waterproof inside. So it's going to be a very interesting ESC. So
yeah. What do you think the price is on that?
I'm not sure, but it will be coming in 1200 kV, 1800, and 2300, and they will have a 3300 kV. Now, 3300, that's going to be pretty fast.
So Ethan joined in?
Yes, we have Ethan that joined in. Mike is still muted.
Just setting up the camera here.
That all good.
Steve's trying to get on, Tanky, saying he's having trouble. I told him that I used your link from your Facebook page. It worked great.
Let me post it again here on the comment. Let me know if this works.
I use the one on your Google Plus page.
Okay.
It's not loading all the way up all the comments for me on YouTube anymore.
Really? Yeah, they call that motor the force field-oriented control. Putting a new name to this stuff. So that's going to be kind of applicable to all weather and track condition until it blows up because you had it submerged and then you try to get money back from it and they say, no, it's not covered. That should be interesting to actually see. I know Asia Tees is going to have it soon, so I don't know when, but I know they're going to have it out soon, so that should be very interesting. So what are you working on, Ethan?
Since I got the whole CNC machine deal, I haven't really driven my Yeti in a while, but I know my little brother really likes the go fast stuff. I kind of like the crawlers a little more, but I figured before I let him beat on it, I was going to try to build some plates that go on the outside of these trailing arms because mine are starting to buckle a little bit.
Okay.
You can see here, it's starting to buckle a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just going to machine some aluminum plates to put on the outside and sandwich it with instead of buying some expensive ones. Or at least give it a try for now.
Cool. So how do you like that short course truck?
How do I like the Yeti?
Yeah.
I really like it. I think it's a lot of fun. I really like the scale aspect of it because the real trophy trucks, they got the solid rear axle and the independent front suspension.
Yep.
The only issues I really have with it right now are the ball joints and the steering. I need to replace because they're really loose and they'll pop off right now. I'd like to get the turnbuckles for them.
Okay.
Eventually, I think that's like $40 for the set of them.
Really?
But other than that, it's a really quick truck. This is my first like go fast truck, and I think it's rated at like 25, and it still feels like it rips. It is a little awkward in the air though. It feels a little nose heavy, kind of. Not really sure.
Cool. Steve, did that link work for you?
What was that?
I was talking to Steve to see if the link worked for him.
Oh.
Wonder if I have his. Send him a message. Let's see. $10:41 already. Wow. The heck, I can't find Steve's info to send him a private message. I know I've sent him before.
Does he have it on Google Plus? Because I know if you sign up for YouTube, sometimes you got to go through Google and link your Google account to your YouTube.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
but he's been on before, so.
Okay. I haven't been on in a while.
Okay. I know I sent him a message, but I'm just trying to figure out where I sent him a message.
Can you ask him what it's doing for him? Is it just like straight out kicking him out, or?
Yeah, well, he's not replying right now, so I'm watching the comment to see if he's going to come back and say something. And he's not answering. Oh, well. If you have a problem, Steve, put it in a comment and we'll work it out. Yeah, I just did the search on Asia Tees, and no, they don't have that X1 Axe brushless system yet from Hobby Wing. That should be coming soon.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, go ahead.
That link kit that you posted, that you bought that link kit, you cut everything down and make it right for your truck.
Yeah.
How do you like that so far?
They were good.
I priced everything out, and it seemed like that was literally the cheapest I could find everything. So, the next truck I do, I'll probably have to pick up a set of those.
Yes, because they're well worth it. Here's the kit. So.
Still got another one?
Yep. So they're very long, and you can actually make two within. Like I got the long wheelbase, and there's 5 rods in there, and so you can make actually 10 links. So for the price, and they're pretty heavy, all aluminum. They're well worth it.
Yeah, I don't have a lathe or anything that I could center drill stuff with to tap it at all. And I don't know. It just seems like a lot easier to just buy that set for what it costs.
Mm-hmm. So, Tony, what batteries are you running on your truck right now?
Me, Venom 100C and 50C 3S.
Yeah, that's the okay. They're 100C and 50C. They're 3S or 2S?
3.
3. And what's the capacity?
In
What's the
my
capacity
two
running?
in my two retros, I'm running 100C 2S.
Okay. And what capacity are you running? 5,000 milliamp or?
6,000 in the retros, and then 5,000 in the Pro Mod.
Cool.
So
now
I have 135C as well.
Yeah. But you are aware that the higher your capacity of your battery, you don't have to run a higher C rate. So in other words, a 35C of a 7200 is going to be almost the same as a 50C 5,000 milliamp. In other words.
Yeah. Which means mine goes to 11. No, yeah. There's not much difference to me. I mean, I'm not a big-time racer that's trying to push my battery, so they just happen to have the 6,100C at a good price, so I did those. They were cheaper than the 5,000 milliamp hour.
What do you mean a good price? I thought you were they supply you with batteries.
They do, but you get like an allotment of money, and basically you're using that based on the cost of the battery. So
makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah,
or else people
want
will just be getting
be
batteries all the time. And
right, I still want to be smart with the batteries I'm buying and the cost of them.
Yeah.
So there could be other things like cable or different things that they have that I might need, plug-ins and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I bought 2 Venoms, and they turned out very good. The thing I hated about the Venom battery is that stupid connector that they have, that it's a multi-purpose or multi-connector that you just change the end.
Yeah, they're doing away with that, and they're going to be basing it off of like an XT60, and then having adapters that go in that to switch to the different plugs.
Okay.
So it'll start out as like a regular plug.
Mm-hmm.
That was what I liked about Venom when I first started buying them, because I didn't know how to solder and all that, and so I could change it around to different batteries or to different cars. So I wasn't cutting off the ends on my trucks. I was just, okay, let's put the trackless end on. Low C, put my low C end on. But I definitely like it wasn't the little snap-ons. Yeah. It's good because they only have to make one battery, and it can be sold to anybody, so it makes sense for them, So
Okay.
they sell one battery, and anybody can buy it and use it, instead of having to have multiple ones. That's like, oh, well, now we've got all this stock of like EC3 that nobody bought. So I get why they would do it, and I think that's actually what has, with the Basher and the new people, has made them a battery that people have bought. Probably is just, okay, hey, I can use this with anything. Makes it easier to sell. But their warranty is what really was good to me. Although the first 2 Venom batteries I ever got, I still have 5 years later.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, same with me. I think my battery were about 5 years. Now there's one that actually crapped out. Both of them I had to take apart the hard case and fix the sensor wire, the balancing plug, I mean. And it's just because on the truck it moves all the time and it just broke. But both battery I changed it, but then the second time it actually broke, I just said, okay, screw that. Well, I actually resoldered it, but there was a problem with the battery, so I just drained it and threw the battery out. But I still have one. It's a 5,000 milliamp 2-cell, and it's still running good.
Yeah, I had the old red one.
Yeah.
It was puffing a little bit, and I actually just recently, this year, just for fun, shot it with a BB gun, pellet gun, to see what would happen. Because it was getting to the point where it's like, it's swelling, to the point where I wasn't feeling super comfortable charging it. But that was just because I hadn't been using 2S for much, and I'd left it charged. So it's poor ownership on my part. But back in the day, I mean, I just ran those batteries all the time, and so they were always getting discharged, recharged, and it was amazing. So
yeah, so
I still have one of the two.
We have Sir Shipalot that's in the chat room, and he was talking about the motor combo ESC I was talking about there, the new one. He says he hasn't seen anybody around with it, and he was thinking of getting that one actually. So, but there's no date for the release yet. So, and we have RC Addict that says everyone should give Hobby Power batteries from RC Juice. They're really good price and have high quality batteries. Never heard of them.
I haven't heard of them either.
Hobby Power from RC Juice. I'll have a look.
Steve was saying he's still getting kicked off. I don't understand what does it. Maybe restart the phone.
Yeah. Well, I know that me on my tablet, my iPad, every time I joined a Hangout, after 10 minutes, poof, it kicked me out for some odd reason. Then I had to join back in, and then poof, it kicked me out again. It was really weird on my iPad.
I'm on my cell phone right now, and it usually works okay for me.
Mine's on my cell phone too, which is actually warning me 10%, which is weird because I haven't plugged in.
Yeah, Sir Shipalot has been building a 1.6 Jeep. So, are you building that? I think he's building that on the GCM chassis. But he used to use a lot of those GCM chassis, but I don't know what he's building it on now. But he's being crazy with 1.6 Jeep. He built a couple of them, sold one or two, and I think he's on his third one.
Wow.
And I think he's building a 6x6 also, or an 8x8. I can't remember. Keeps busy. Yeah, he's using the C-Max chassis right now. SMC racing batteries are pretty good too. I've heard good thing about them. I never owned one, but I know my brother has them, and he hasn't had any problem with them.
Yeah, they're based right out of Virginia here too.
Oh yeah. Oh, Sir Shrimpalot says his 6x6 custom is on hold right now. It's just like me, my Tonka truck, my Tonka Winnebago is just sitting there, and I haven't touched it in almost 30 days. Like, really? I'm getting anxious for GCM to come back, and like he was away on a big tournament competition, and this weekend again he's got another tournament, but this one is closer to home. It's in Ontario here, so he's doing that one Saturday. So he's gone there again. So I can't see him this weekend. So hopefully next week I want to arrange and either take a day off work or whatever and just go there and do a little bit of work on that Winnebago. It's just sitting there. I want to get it done.
Yeah. Do you have all the pieces for it now?
Yeah, pretty much. I still have to go to a place, man, what they call... They sell all kind of stuff anyways, but I want to try to get some material to do it like a fake wood for the interior, to finish off the interior to make it look a little nicer.
It's like a faux wood?
Yeah. But it has to be kind of miniature, so.
You have to just use your printer. And then clear vinyl and put it on like a light brown vinyl.
Yeah, I actually thought about that, like, because you can get stickers, you can do anything. It's just I gotta find that surface. Yeah, I could actually do that, even just for a
clear and then tack it down.
Yeah, use it like Mac tack or something.
Yep. paint it brown, then stick that over the top.
That's a good idea. No, I don't think Sir Shipalot is making videos of the build, his video build. He usually takes snapshots and pictures and then posts them on Facebook. But he's got a lot of running videos of his truck, but I don't think he has built videos.
Some people, though, I mean, they might not do videos, but on the forums, I can't believe how detailed some of those people are in their reviews of stuff, tearing it apart, showing it on their mat with calipers, and it's crazy the details some people go through. I think it's awesome, but a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. Sir Shipalot posted something on my thing, on my Facebook. Oh, there's his big truck. Yeah, so let's see if I can't switch over to that to show you guys what he sent me. So that's what he's working on. Should be able to make this bigger.
Is it a wrecker?
Yeah, it looks like a wrecker. Gonna be making that at the back. He's got a 3D printed engine. For some odd reason, I can't make the picture go bigger. That's too bad. Cool. So let me go back to the camera. So he's busy building stuff. He lives close to Toronto. So once in a while I drive by Toronto and I usually stop by, say hi. Last time I had lunch with him and his wife. And just have some fun. There used to be a nice place close to his house called Rock and Shocks, but that place closed down after about a year and a half being open. So it was getting too expensive. So not enough people, not enough traffic. That's too bad. They were getting good too. They had a nice drift track. They had a nice crawling area. But it's hard work and it's expensive to keep a place like that going. Oh, he says it's not a 3D printed motor, it's a cast motor. You're saying it's a cast motor. Okay. So are you putting the motor inside of that cast motor, or is it going to be behind that motor? It's kind of weird how you got it set up. But more info to follow, I guess. Ethan is measuring with his caliper.
Yeah, tedious.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're redoing it in CAD so you can cut it?
Yeah, that's just got to get it up in the program, and then it only cuts in 2D, so it's pretty simple after that. Just got to set it to cut all the way through and put warm tabs on it, and then I'm cutting it out of pretty thin stuff, so that's usually pretty quick to cut. But everybody else is in bed, so I'm not going to cut any tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice to have, though. It's really cool to experiment with everything and just to be able to have that firsthand.
Yeah. I have one at work also. I a cutter, but I don't use it for my RC stuff yet. I haven't found a use for them.
Yeah, no, I just started cutting kind of little bits here. I got light buckets for my trail finder. I built a bed for it, and I put all the lights, made a bunch of light buckets that are going to fit in the bed.
Okay.
I got to finish the bed, but after that, I started making a bunch of stuff like that winch and the little Mighty FC body. I don't know if I showed it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much every piece of this was cut out on the X-Carve.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. It's like putting together a model. Just got all the pieces. You got to glue them all together.
Cool. Steve says Ethan make trailing arms for his UDR.
For his ultimate desert razor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't got one of those yet.
Yeah, it's hard for you to measure and do a copy of that if you don't have the measurement.
Yeah, I imagine if I was going to make parts for somebody else, you'd just need the real truck. You know, somebody else can take the measurements, and then I find a lot of times, you know, you'll need a different measurement when you're going through the process of designing it, you know, make sure it's right.
Yep. I got too many screens going on. Good thing I don't put 3 screens. But I have like the Facebook page that people are sending me message. I have this video and I have the comment, so I have like 2 monitors but 3 windows open all over the place. Lots of fun. It's almost like Tony sometime. You see him going with all his screens that he's got at his house.
Sometimes, usually just a laptop and a iPad. With 2 screens.
Yeah, in a couple months, I'll probably be getting a new iPad, an iPad Pro.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be looking at the new software that either you're running or what's available. So
yeah, I'm sure more and more will be coming out.
But like I was saying to Dave today, I find it weird. I did a live broadcast this week when I was working on my TF2, and I find the resolution from my house was a little bit better than when I do the live hangout broadcasting from my house. I find the resolution better when I do a live broadcast than a hangout, because hangout and the live broadcast, they don't use the same thing. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. So. I would agree with you. The hangout quality is definitely limited.
Yeah, they say it's 720 also, but for some odd reason it's not. It's just not the same. It's either the way they render it or they stream it. I don't know what.
Yeah, it's definitely different. So many things that charge.
Yes.
Charge my drone.
Here comes the bags of wires.
Yeah. Sometimes you just try and do too much, right?
Yeah. And then when you come back from your weekend or from the RC thing and you're at home and you're just like wasted, like you're so tired. And then your wife says, "Why are you so tired? Like you've been playing all weekend or all week." Like, yeah, but it's one thing after the other. It's constant.
Yeah, I got charging there. Oh, got the 4 things going here. This is the best charger.
Yeah, you can do 4 batteries at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, And it's so much better than the high-tech one that I have.
Oh, yeah?
Because it has a separate battery or a separate power pack. This is so easy to carry and operate with just the one screen.
Yep.
So I've got to somehow clear all this junk, though. I need to get up there to turn off the generator.
Are you running on batteries right now?
No, I'm running on the generator.
Okay.
So I can power my printer and charge my phone and all that good stuff I have to do.
But your generator is like my Winnebago, what I used to have. It runs on the tank of the car. In other words, the gas car that.
Right. So it's right underneath it.
Yeah.
Which sketches me out a little bit for like sleeping. So usually I just get it as cold as I can, and then I turn it off and go to bed. That way, there's no chance of like a leak in the exhaust or anything, and then dying of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah.
So I don't wake up well to alarms. So I typically like to turn off the propane and turn off the generator and all that kind of stuff when I'm sleeping, unless I have to have the heat on. But even then, if I'm on shore power, I'll just use electric heaters. So, yeah, I just overly paranoid, I guess, because these things go up in flames so quickly. If you've ever seen one on fire, how quickly they go up is insane. So,
well, there's not much to it because it's basically foam, and you got two boards, and it's very thin. It's really neat how they make them.
Right.
But yeah, when they start going on fire, there's no stopping it. Like it's fast because it's all glue in there. So
yeah. So I always sleep with a key next to my bed. So if I have to bust out my window and come in the side door to get my kids or whatever, I have keys to be able to get in through the locked door.
Okay.
Just stuff like that. I always overthink it, you know. But you know, God forbid it happen one time. Be prepared.
So, did you sell any shirts today?
I did. Yeah, I sold quite a few. So that's why I'm printing off more, so I'm not having to do it on the fly tomorrow. So I didn't print. I only made one of each one with a different color. You know, whatever options I had.
Yeah.
And then people would want different, you know, sizes or whatever, and so I'd have to print it off, weed it all out, get the heater up to temp, all that stuff. So I'm trying to get at least the cutting part done because this design takes, as you can hear, I printed what 2 or 3 of them in this whole time, so they take a while to work. So I'm trying to get a few of them ready so that as people want them, I'll just have to peel it away and then stick it.
Okay.
So
Wayne Kibler finally joined in. Hey, Wayne. He's checking in.
How's it going, Wayne?
And sorry, I haven't been reading a lot of chatting. I know you guys are chatting about all kind of different things there. Diecast 1.6 that he's found and turning it into an RC, and there's so much thing going on, but it's so hard to read everything while chit-chatting about other stuff. New arrival at Asia Tees. Let's find out what's new at Asia Tees. They have some Team Raffi bumpers. That's nice.
Some
new Team Raffi bumpers. Oh yeah, the Raffi is also coming out with some Lexan body, some LC70 bodies. This bumper looks kind of interesting. It's for the D90 and the D110. It's a nice bumper with the guards. 2.2 machine aluminum. And Team Raffi and Asia Tees, in Boom Racing, they come out with so many cool scale items. It's just crazy. And we have some foam and trailers. Yeah, that trailer looks kind of nice. Why the heck is my video doing that?
Do you have any more get-togethers, Tank, at your place coming up? I know you're prepping the trail, so I was just curious.
Yeah, not next month, but the month after, yes, I will have an event here.
Okay.
Now, my wife just told me there was an event here, a call to crawl on, not here, I mean, near Ottawa. It's called a call to crawl, but the first team event is actually this Saturday. And my wife actually booked a maintenance for her car on Saturday. So she was expecting me to go there and bring her back home. She didn't have to stay there. So if I want to go to that event, I got to find somebody else to bring her there and bring her back. So I got to find her a taxi, or else I can't go to the event. I got to take care of my wife or something like that. That's weird.
You got to drop her off and then bring her to the event. You guys will go to the event together, right?
Well, her meeting is at 9 o'clock. The event starts at 10. And it's about an hour drive, so it's pretty close, but I'd be cutting it close. But it's either that or I give her money and I say, take a taxi back. There is some taxis, so. We'll see. See if my brother is around, or my mother or father can drive from the campground to here to pick her up. Because I want to make it there. Grant's RC, okay, I found you on Facebook. Okay, sorry, Grant, what were you looking for?
You say Uber. He's going to get a new...
That's true. I could tell her to call it Uber. But the car companies are so nice, and I'm sure they have a shuttle also that they could bring her home. But my wife is so. I have a husband, so why should I do that? You know what I mean? So I got to put my foot down and say, well, hubby's busy, so hubby's going away. Cool. Shut down a few windows of stuff. There's too much stuff open. And see what everybody's chatting about. Bill Biden is on. There's a lot of people are on. Cool. Whole 10 of you watching. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of catching up on some messages right now. So Grant Lavalier sent me a message saying 165 Canadian for his Stampede. That's a pretty good price. But that's the normal Stampede. It's not the VXL. It's still not bad. Cool. Well, guys, it's 11:13, and I think we're running out of subject to talk about. So I'm going to cut this short and try to see if I got a spur gear for this thing and put it back together so I can have some fun with it. And also, I was having fun today, and I knew it wasn't going to work too good, But I had this tire, which is a street tire, but I had it in the dirt and just like, yeah, these are not good tires for the dirt. It was fun seeing it go through the dirt and spinning and all that, but they work pretty good on pavement. These are the Street Fighters from Proline. They were very slippery at the beginning when I first started, but as soon as you warm them up a little bit, man, they were sticking to the road, and it was going pretty straight. They're pretty nice tires for racing on pavement. They're awesome, but not too good for this dirt. So I'll be talking to you guys later, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for logging on and listening to the channel. I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you next week on RC Talk. Thanks a lot, guys.